2020 has definitely been a year unlike any other. Between the worst disease outbreak we have seen this century, financial difficulties on a level we haven't seen since 2008, and of course, well, everything else. But for technology and hardware, it's been quite a year actually. So today, I'm gonna be giving 2020 a good send-off, remembering all the good stuff that happened in it as we go over all the progress that has been done in consumer technology and hardware this year. So let us begin. The tech year always begins with CES in January, and this year it's been no different. In fact, it's been a rather special CES because it's one of the few conventions to actually happen this year that didn't get cancelled, seeing how it happened back in January before things really kicked off in late February, early March. Now let's jump a few months into April. Quite a few of us at that point were already in lockdown, and Intel has blessed us with their Comet Lake CPUs and their new flagship, the Intel Core i9-10900K, a 10-core beast of a CPU that sure could game a lot, but with its performance that's very fast to throttle, and it's still being stuck on the 40nm architecture. Well, it definitely wasn't as groundbreaking as many of us have hoped. And AMD's answer came rather fast, because in July, they've released the updated series of Ryzen CPUs, with 3 new CPUs ending with the XT suffix, which are basically the same as the previous models, though just running slightly faster. They were confusing to a lot of people because, well, Ryzen 5000 was just around the corner, and although they didn't leave too much of an impact on the PC scene, because, well, Ryzen 5000 was supposedly coming out later that year, they were still interesting enough and a decent response to Intel. Then in August came not a piece of hardware, but a piece of software that kind of took the whole industry by storm. That being Microsoft Flight Simulator, a game that even before launch made quite a few people excited after its ridiculously high system requirements were released, making all the people excited to torture the hardware with it. And this year in general has been huge for games that are truly amazing benchmarks, seeing exactly how gorgeous they are and how difficult they are to run. Between this, Crysis Remastered, and Cyberpunk, well, it's been quite a year for pushing people's PCs to the limits. September was a pretty big month as it saw the release of RTX 3000 graphics cards, the brand new Ampere based cards from Nvidia we're all so looking forward to, and honestly, who wouldn't be excited for them? They had everything: great pricing, great performance, great features. The issue is that even back in September, there were massive stock issues and they haven't been resolved to this day. So hey, maybe 2021 will be the year when we'll finally be able to get ourselves some RTX 3000 action going. September also saw the launch of xCloud, and that thing blew my mind back when I saw it in September and I made my video on it, because it allowed you to play games with console quality graphics just on your phone. It felt super cool, and just being able to play such detailed games on your phone, it's just such an amazing experience that should not be understated. And even though it may not have left too big of a mark on the industry this year, well, when it hopefully finally launches on Apple devices as well, it should be huge. October saw the launch of the Oculus Quest 2, one of the most advanced VR headsets we've seen so far, at a price that's actually not that bad. And this was a pretty important headset because it had a dream of really making VR mainstream, with features that rivaled some of the top of the line headsets currently available on the market. It truly is an amazing VR headset, and because of its low price, it could finally make VR at least somewhat more mainstream. November was the big month though. The brand new consoles launched: the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and the PlayStation 5. Ryzen 5000 CPUs launched from AMD, and the Radeon RX 6000 cards launched from AMD as well, all of which were sold out almost immediately and we still can't find any stock of. Now granted, they were all pretty amazing products. Brand new consoles have amazing performance that rival modern PCs and have some amazing pricing to go with it. Ryzen 5000 CPUs completely demolished all of Intel's offerings. Radeon RX 6000 graphics cards, well, maybe they're not the best graphics cards we've ever seen, and aren't as competitive against Nvidia's RTX 3000 cards as many of us hoped, but they're still good and definitely spooked Nvidia at least a bit. But regarding hardware that's at least a bit easier to find, November is also the month that Apple launched the Apple M1 powered devices, which means that the entire stack of Apple products now runs on ARM, which is pretty exciting stuff. And the overall performance of it is way better than most of us expected, so hey, good job Apple, I guess, even if it did start a bit of a controversy in the tech scene on YouTube. So that about wraps up all the great stuff that came out in 2020 tech-wise, so definitely let me know what kind of things you're most excited about this year, and what you are excited about going into next year, because hopefully we'll be seeing some pretty cool stuff come out. And also, hey, if you enjoyed this kind of video, then maybe check out my channel's Patreon, because even $1 a month goes a long way in helping out my channel. So I'm gonna have the link that down in the video description below. Also, I would love to thank my Patreons Gavin Burns, LKB, Naomi Sushi, Ryan, Tiffany Jacobs, and Wolfie. Thank you all so much. And also, I have a Discord if you want to join that. So if you want to talk to me about this or whatever else really, check out that Discord, and also check out our Amazon Associates links down there as well if you plan to buy anything from Amazon. And that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in with that next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye.